Egypt is planning to raise $5 billion from the initial public offering of power plants and state-owned companies. This is as authorities plan to offer stakes in 35 state-owned companies to strategic investors by the end of June 2024. As Yasser Hakim now reports, the North African state is keen to attract an influx of foreign currency revenue to help sustain its cash-strapped economy.
Egypt's government has just sold a 30% stake in highly profitable Eastern Tobacco Company to the United Arab Emirates Wealth Fund for $625 million. This is the first deal signed after the government announced its IPO program to collect $5 billion by mid-2024.
The state's main aim at this period is to support the private sector activities so that it can solely lead the economy in the near future. Our aim is to also increase foreign currency revenue because it's always a challenge on how to end the hard currency shortage.
The government has listed 35 companies for sale. Most notably are 2 wind farm projects, military-owned water bottling company Safi, and fuel stations chain Wataniya, several hotels, as well as a 70% stake in Siemens' 4.8 gigawatts power plant.
The criteria for choosing which companies to go on sale includes the type of goods or services it provides, the profitability of the company, growth potential, its assets valuation, and demand for it. As for the process, the company is either sold to a direct strategic investor or a stake sale in partnership with the state or released in the stock market.
Egypt has been a top foreign direct investment destination in Africa in the last few years, which is testament to the possible success of the current privatization drive.
Egypt's geographical location is unique on the north of Africa, linking with Europe and Asia. For instance, it has been the fastest route to supply energy to Europe and soon clean energy. The Suez Canal, an international transport hub, makes it attractive for investors to set up. There's the new golden license, which is issued immediately to investors to establish their projects by overriding the bureaucracy and red tape that had hindered investments before.
The International Monetary Fund has been pushing Egypt's government to double private sector share in the economy to at least 65% if it is to unlock a $3 billion loan facility. To help fast-track the process, Egyptian officials have turned to the World Bank-affiliated International Finance Corporation to help advise on the IPO program.
The government is seeking consultancy from this international institution to get the highest possible return, whether in the valuation of the assets or marketing the companies to foreign investors.
Gulf nations have been the front runners in acquiring the Egyptian investments so far. The IPO program is part of a privatization plan launched in 2022 to attract $40 billion worth of foreign investments in 4 years. Officials hope the strategy would fix an economy suffering from a hike in inflation rates, hard currency shortages, debt accumulation, and a weakening Egyptian pound. Yasser Hakim for CGTN, Cairo, Egypt.